Okay, this one is kind of like slightly different, but it's still about Belize. um, this one is about alcoholic beverages and stuff like that. Primarily beer, though. Okay, it's the same thing. This is what I was going for. Mm. And it says from Belize to the world. Ooh, I love that. That's nice. And then I have, well, this is one of the things that you have to learn about marketing. You can't have this and that underneath it. They say to like really enjoy the beer. Just when it's in a can, just tap there and then they'll pop it open. Okay, just bear with me for a smidge because I didn't plan on doing it in this location and I had a other location picked out properly lit, but things didn't work out, so I ended up in this location for privacy. So it says the Maya civilization fermented something called belache, and they also fermented other alcoholic beverages. So belache wasn't similar to beer, but it was somewhat close. It was kind of like close to it. So this is the reason why I got all jazzed up and excited about this right there, the pyramid, the temple. Okay, and this is just like about the fermentation or just about beer before the 17th century or the 18th century. I would want to go farther back than that, but I couldn't. Okay, okay, and this is brewed here. This beer, there you go. It's brewed brewed in. All right, I need to stop. This beer was distillery or fermentation is in the northern part of Belize. And it says Carmelita. Oh, I'm tilting it too far so it's spilling. Carmelita Village, Orange Walk, District, Belize, Central America. Let me take a swig of it. This is my first time trying it too. Okay, it's kind of like a lager, not a beer. Okay, so there you have it. And then it also says that Belize did have some sort of like fermented beer for brewing um, beer during the era of slavery, but it's not even close to the modern day type of beer. So brew as I think for some reason I just get emotionally and I become somewhat zealous, and then I become my worst enemy, and then I become flustered. So like brew. As I calm myself down, as I proceed with the camera, then I become more stable and secure. And yes, this is a product of Belize. The next one we're going for is Belikin, because I gathered some information, a little bit facts about that. See, it has a bottle cap, and it's not a twist off, so I had to backtrack to get somebody to help me out. Okay, so this and these two right here made by the same company. Okay, so there's a ton more of different beers that are made here in Belize. this brand right here have a couple more, but I ran out of time and I couldn't score all the different things because I showed up at the wrong time and they kind of like assume that maybe it's an attempted robbery. I have to add that in there because they made me feel uncomfortable. I was trying to get some beers to do beer video. Like while I was in the store, they even like try to chastise me based on the fact that this is open and they're implying or insinuating that I was drinking. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to score some more alcohol, as in beer. So beer is one of the oldest known drink that has been made by humans. Beer has been around for thousands of years, with the origin of it being in ancient Mesopotamia and other regions. Evidence have stated that brewing of beer began roughly about 7,000 BCE in China and roughly 3,500 to about 3,100 BCE in Mesopotamia. The Sumerians brew beer as well. So the actual history of beer in Belize beyond within the time frame of 18 and 1700, it stated that it did exist and it was here, but to actually like track it down, I did not invest that kind of time into it. So I gotta fast track it and speed it up to the 21st century. So it says in May of 29th, can't read my own handwriting. In the 29th of May 1969, the Belize Brewing Company was founded. If I'm getting the name right, it would be by Ernie W.N. Bowen plus son Barry M. Bowen. So that would be Barry M. Bowen. I might getting this guy's first name wrong. Let's ignore that, by W.N. Bowen. And I think that would be the great granddad of Bowen and Bowen Brewing Company here in Belize. So it's stated that the company was founded in 1969, but the actually first brewed beer was in the year 1971, and that would be this beer right here, Belikin. They had Belikin beer, Belikin stout, and several other different types, but they primarily got started off with Belikin. So it stated that the Maya encompassed an entire area known as current-day Yucatan Peninsula, Guatemala, Belize, western parts of Honduras and El Salvador. Just to basically give a little breakdown of the territory, the region that they control, and highlighted that they did consume some sort of alcoholic beverage. It might not. They did make alcohol, as in rum, and then they also fermented products that made rum, and then they also brewed stuff that made some sort of beer. Now it's not the same or come close as today's modern beer, but it's somewhat similar. It stated that the Olmec Society also lasted from 1600 BCE to about
350 BCE, with the environmental factors affecting villages and making the area unlivable. So that was one of the reasons why, and the major cause for the Olmec Empire to collapse and dwindle. It also states that they did some sort of fermentation using specific types of plants. I couldn't figure out or find out if they were using wheat or barley to brew and make beer. Hence, it's different. And it also stated that the Olmec occupied, or the Olmec civilization a territory occupied a territory, or the modern day territory known as Mexico State of Veracruz and Tabasco. Veracruz and Tabasco. Whew, I'm struggling today. Mental note: there's more than three different brands of or different types of beer that's being brewed here. So make sure that you can try to schedule your next major adventure to Belize for basically Oktoberfest, and I do believe Oktoberfest has to do with beer, or the consumption or drinking of beer. Germany primarily dominated this idea, or this the consumption of beer. They advertise it, or publicly take ownership and claim over it, and stake claim over it. We can enjoy it, and then you can just basically say, hey, if you have been to Germany for Oktoberfest, then why don't you expand and expound on your palate, and then come to Belize and try out our beers and message Empower by Roots work, and highlight where we stand on the beer Richter scale. Also note that we work for like, shares, and comments, and also remember to subscribe to the channel. So beer did exist in Belize during the 16th century, 17th century, and 18th century. And it also existed during the 19th century as well. But it was primarily brewed and fermented by household or small sects within the different logwood harvesting companies, or log cabins, or I don't know what. It's tough to try to like track down the information on when you're dealing with a short time.